Hello students, I hope you all are fine out there. So we are doing probable questions for upcoming MP 2023, isn't it? So we are studying in a smarter way, not in a harder way, because there's a lot of difference between studying in a harder way and studying in a smarter way. If somebody works doing in a hard way, he may complete that work, but if somebody does that same work in a smarter way, he can finish that work in much easier way, isn't it? So the time left is not so very much. It's already September now, so we must study in a smarter way. So I have selected some questions which have very high chances to come in the upcoming examination MP 2023. Okay, so this is the next selected question. So let's do this. Okay, the volumes of two right circular cylinders are same. The ratio of their height is 1:2. Find the ratio of their radii. Okay, the question has given us the ratio of their height. There are two cylinders. Okay, one has a bigger cross-sectional area and the height is shorter, and another cylinder is smaller cross-sectional area. The cross-sectional area is smaller, but the height is bigger than the former one, isn't it? So, but these two cylinders have equal volumes. The question provides us the information that these two cylinders have equal volume. Though their cross-sectional area are different and height are different, their volumes are equal. Okay, and now we are asked to find the ratio of their radius. Radius of this cylinder is to the radius of this cylinder. Okay, radius of the cross section of this cylinder is to the radius of the cross section of this cylinder. So we are provided with the ratio of their height, isn't it? The ratio of their height is 1:2. Okay, since ratio of height is 1:2, let the heights of the two cylinders be 1 into x. Okay, x and 2 into x, that is 2x. We have done this type of question in arithmetic portion, isn't it? Ratio and proportion. We must suppose 1 into x and 2 into x. So the ratio of their height is 1:2. So let the height of the two cylinders be x and 2x. X is 1 into x is x and 2 into x is 2x. Okay, and their radii be r1 and r2 respectively. Okay, radius of the first cylinder is r1 and the radius of the second cylinder is r2. This is r2. Okay, first radius of the first cylinder is r1 and the radius of the second cylinder is r2. Now the question has given us that the volume of the two right circular cylinders are same, isn't it? That means since volume of first cylinder equals to volume of second cylinder. Are you getting me? Volume of first cylinder equals to volume of second cylinder, because the volume of these two cylinders are equal. This is given by the question. So what is the formula for the volume of cylinder? We know that formula is pi r square h, isn't it? Pi r square h is the formula for the volume of the cylinder, where r is the radius of cross section and h is the height of the cylinder. Okay, so pi r of the first cylinder is r1, isn't it? So pi r1 square into h. What is the h? H means height. What is the height of the first cylinder? The height of the first cylinder is x. Pi r square h. Are you getting me? this is the formula for volume of cylinder, pi r square h. So pi r1 is the radius of the cross section of first cylinder, radius of base, r1 square into height. Okay, height is x, isn't it? The height of the first cylinder is x. So this is the volume of the first cylinder. This is equal to volume of the second cylinder. So what will be the volume of the second cylinder? That is pi, isn't it, r2 square, because radius of cross section for the second cylinder is r2 square into h. What is h? H is x2 or 2x, isn't it? Height of the second cylinder. So r1 square equals to pi r2 square into 2x is already there. Now let us take this pi and x to the denominator here. Pi x. This pi and x goes to the denominator by cross multiplication, isn't it? So this pi and this pi can be cancelled, and this x and can also be cancelled. So now let us bring this r2. r1 square by r2 square equals to, this 2 remains in the numerator and 1 is in the denominator, isn't it? So r1 square upon r2 square can be written as r1 by r2 whole square, because this square implies to both the numerator and the denominator. So r1 square is r1 square and r2 square is r2 square, equals to 2 upon 1, isn't it? 2 upon 1. Now, or let us take this square to the right hand side. What it becomes? It becomes root, isn't it? So r1 by r2 equals to, square goes to the right hand side and becomes root under root 2 upon 1. Or this gives us r1 upon r2 equals to root under 2 means root 2 and root under 1 means 1, isn't it? So r1 upon r2 can be written as r1 is to r2 equals to root 2 is to 1. So we were asked to find the ratio of their radius. So ratio of their radius is r1 is to r2 equals to root 2 is to 1. I hope you got this. Now let us move to the next question, okay? Okay, now let us do another probable question for MP 2023, okay? These are the type of questions which comes in the exams, okay? The volume of a solid hemisphere is 144 pi cubic centimeter. Then find the diameter of the sphere. We are asked to find the diameter of the sphere, and volume of the sphere is, hemisphere is given to us, okay? Volume of the hemisphere. First of all, we need to understand what is sphere and what is hemisphere. Sphere means the solid ball and hemisphere means the half ball, okay? So volume of the sphere is, we know that what is the formula for the volume of the sphere? 4 by 3 pi r cube, isn't it? So this is the formula for the volume of the sphere. So hemisphere means half ball, isn't it? This is the volume of the full ball. So what will be the volume of the half ball? Hemisphere. Hemisphere means half ball. What is the volume of the half ball? Divided by 2, isn't it? We are dividing the ball into 2 parts. So there is 1 in the denominator of 2. So this becomes 4 upon 3 into, this 1 goes to the numerator and this 2 comes down in the denominator, pi r cube. So this 2 and 2 cancels. Oh sorry, 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4. So 2 upon 3, 2 1 is 2, 2 1 is 2, 3 1 is 3. 2 upon 3 pi r cube is the volume of the hemisphere. So we need to know that 2 upon 3 pi r cube is the volume of the hemisphere, where r is the radius of the sphere, okay? I hope you got this. So this is hemisphere. This is hemisphere. Half ball, and radius is r, okay? I'm supposing the radius of the hemisphere is r. Okay, let the radius of the sphere or the hemisphere, radius will be same for sphere and hemisphere, okay? let the radius of the sphere equals to r unit centimeter, r centimeter. Okay, let the radius of the sphere be r centimeter. So since given to us volume of hemisphere, isn't it, hemisphere equals to, what is the volume given to us? 144 pi, isn't it? 144 pi cubic centimeter. So this is the volume given to us. So now we will write the formula of volume of hemisphere. What is the formula of volume of hemisphere? 2 by 3 pi r cube, isn't it? Equals to 144 pi. So now let us keep this r cube in the left hand side and take everything to the right hand side. Okay, r cube equals to, we already have 144 into pi in the right hand side. Now this 3 goes to the numerator by cross multiplication, and this 2 pi goes to the denominator, because these two numbers were in the numerator, they go to the denominator. 2 pi goes to the denominator, and this 3 was in the denominator, it will go to the numerator. Okay, the number which is in the denominator will go to the numerator, and the number which is in the numerator goes to the denominator by cross multiplication. Now let us cancel this pi and this pi. So 2 ones are 2, 2 sevens are 14, 2 twos are 4, or r equals to, let us take this cube to the right hand side, it becomes cube root of 72. Let us simplify 72. 72 means 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, 1, so 3 4s are 12, 3 8s are 24, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4, isn't it? So 72 means 3 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 2, isn't it? So 3 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 2. So this 3 also comes here, into 3. 72 means 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18, 18 2s are 36, 36 2s are 72. And this 3 comes here. Okay. Now, since this is a cube root, so we should make the pair of 3. 1, 2, 3. Comes 1 3 out. So 1, 2, 3. This, from this pair comes 2 out. So r equals to 3 2s are 6 centimeter, isn't it? If it was a square root, then the pair of 2 should come out. So now this is a cube root, so we should take pair of 3. Okay. So now we have radius. Now diameter equals to, therefore diameter of the sphere, we are asked to find the diameter, isn't it? We are asked to find the diameter. Find the diameter of the sphere. Therefore diameter of the sphere equals to 2 into radius, isn't it? Radius plus radius equals to diameter. So 2 into radius, radius is 6. So 2 6 are 12 centimeter. So this is the diameter of the sphere. I hope you got this. Okay, now let us do another probable question for upcoming MP 2023. Okay, so this is the question I have selected. If the number of surfaces of a cuboid is x, the number of edges is y, and the number of vertices is z, and the number of diagonals is p, then find the value of x minus y plus z plus p. So number of surfaces is x, isn't it? Number of edges is y, number of vertices is z, and number of diagonals is p. So we are asked to find the value of x minus y plus z plus p, isn't it? So this, we are asked to find the value of this expression. Okay. Now actually cube and cuboid both are same thing, not the same thing. Cube has all length, breadth and height equal, but cuboid means length, breadth and height may not be equal. Okay, so I'm drawing a cuboid here. This is an example of cuboid. Okay, this is a cuboid. So Number of surfaces of cube and cuboid are equal. Number of edges of cube and cuboid are equal. Number of vertices of cube and cuboid are equal. And number of diagonals of cube and cuboid are equal. Only the difference is length, breadth and height is different in cuboid, and length, breadth and height is same in case of cube. Okay. Now I will explain this with the help of this cube shift. This is not exactly a cube, but looks like a cube, isn't it? So let us see the number of surfaces, because I told you number of surfaces, number of edges, number of vertices and number of diagonals will be equal of cube and cuboid as well. Okay. So first let us find the number of surfaces. Surfaces means here we see the upper part, one surface, and the lower part, another surface. How many surfaces? 2, isn't it? So 3, this surface 3, and just the opposite 4. So here 5, this part 5, and this 6. There are 6 surfaces, isn't it? 6 surfaces. Are you getting me? Yes. So number of edges. Edges means the sharp part. This is called the edge. So how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 edges in the upper part and 4 edges in the lower part. So altogether 8 edges, isn't it? 4 edges here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same thing goes in the back side also. 8 edges. So we have again here 9, 10. 9, 10, isn't it? Same thing, 11, 12. So how many edges? 12 edges. Now comes the number of vertices. Number of vertices means the pointed part. How many pointed part? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pointed part in the upper part and 4 pointed in the lower part. Altogether 8. So number of vertices is 8. And number of diagonals. Diagonals means the longest rod, isn't it, that can be fit in this cuboid. So one rod can go from here to this, isn't it? So another comes from this to this, 2, 3, isn't it? Now from this to this, 4. Altogether 4. I hope so you got this. Did you get this? Actually not, isn't it? So I'll explain this. So this is a room. So the longest rod that can be fitted in this room is 4. Let me explain. Suppose this is the rod. This end of the rod is in the floor corner of this part, floor corner, and this part is on the roof corner of that part. One diagonal. And the same thing goes, again this side goes to the roof corner and this side goes to the floor corner of that part. Altogether two diagonals in the opposite side, isn't it? So the same thing goes here also. One end of the rod goes to the roof corner, another end of the rod goes to the floor corner. And again this. One end of the rod goes to the floor corner and another end goes to the roof corner. Altogether 4 diagonals. So number of diagonals is 4. Now we just have to add and subtract, isn't it? So number of surfaces x is 6 minus y is the number of edges, that is 12, plus z is number of vertices. Number of vertices is 8, and p is number of diagonals, that is 4 plus 4. So let's add up. Let's add up the positive numbers and subtract the negative one. Okay. So plus 6 and plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18, isn't it? So plus 18 minus 12. Minus 12. So 18 minus 12 is 6, isn't it? So 8 minus 2 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. So what is the value of x minus y plus z plus p? That is 6. Very, very simple, isn't it? I hope you got this. I hope you understood the topic we discussed in this video. Remember that studying in a smarter way helps you to score better marks than just studying in a random way, okay? So remember that formula, we must study in a smarter way, because the time left is very little now. It's already the month of September running, only the few months are left now, so study in a smarter way. And the next thing I want you to know is that I will be uploading more of the content like this every evening, so stay tuned and watch the video and study in a smarter way. Thank you.